The Break by Ronnie O'Sullivan. Read by Nick Moran. August 1997. To Frankie James. By the time you read this, I will be dead, and shortly after you might well wish you were and all. Ha ha. We had ourselves a little agreement now, didn't we? That you would keep zipped about certain things you know or think you do about me and mine. And me, in return, I would not hand into the police the weapon used to murder that witness, which, as you know full bloody well, is all covered in your sticky little fingerprints. Well, you will be glad to hear that even here in death, I intend to honour my part of our bargain. I have not handed over the pistol to the filth. No, that is because I have instead handed it over in a nice little plastic bag to my son Dougie. Now, you might think that the information you had on me means that you and Dougie are even, and that he can't hand that pistol into the cops and get you done for murder without you then telling the cops what you know about me. But I am dead now, see? So you can tell them what you want, and it won't make no difference to me. But you are still royally screwed with that gun. I have told Dougie too that you are full of shit, and he shouldn't listen to any bollocks you try telling him to wriggle out of him having one over on you like this. But I have told him and all that you are resourceful and might prove useful to him, or maybe he will just decide to give the cops that pistol anyway. And if he does, then when they bang you up, make sure you remember my face wherever you are, 'cause I will be grinning at you from ear to fucking ear. Yours sincerely, laughing at you from my grave, Terence Hamilton. C.C. Douglas Hamilton, my son and heir. Chapter 1. I'll tell you what I want. For the Spice Girls, the answer to this little philosophical conundrum, bopping out through the boozer's tinny sound system, couldn't have been any easier. But for Frankie James, sitting here at the bar with his heartbeat drumming like Keith Moon on amphetamines, things were a bit more complex. Because what Frankie really wanted was to be anywhere but here, in this part of London, today, for the reason that he was. The pub he'd taken refuge in from the thunderstorm pelting down outside was called the Paradise, by way of Kensal Green. A quote from some G.K. Chesterton poem about a jolly old Victorian piss-up, according to a bar girl Frankie had once chatted up here on his way to his first ever Notting Hill Carnival a few years back when he'd just turned 18. Nothing much jolly or heavenly about it in here today, mind. Even the whopping great Stone Angel's head leering down at him from the wall looked like it was up for a ruck. Not the only one either. Frankie pulled his black trilby down even lower over his brow, and risked another glance up past the stubbled reflection in the chintzy bar mirror. Early doors it might have been, and Sunday to boot, but it was already well busy in here. Two distinct tribes. First lot were a bunch of Jarvis Cocker and Elastica wannabes. Most of them mid-20s like him, but Christ, they made him feel old. Him here in his suit and tie, them all heroin-chic eyes, slogan T-shirts, too tight jeans and aviator shades, like extras from one of those Christmas diesel ads. Probably locals, or whatever passed for locals round here these days anyway, since West London got itself so hip. But it was Tribe 2 that had Frankie's ticker clacking like the maracas. Gangsters. Not the semi-friendly sort either. Not Tommy Riley's boys, who at least warned Frankie before maiming him if he ever pissed them off. No, this lot were way worse. The Hamiltons. Riley's rivals for the Grisly Soho Crime Family of the Year award. A bunch of kneecappers, face slashers and vertebrate stampers, all of whom would happily give Frankie a proper bleeding beating on sight, given half a chance. They even look like old-school gangsters today, black-suited and booted, clean-shaven, freshly barbered too, judging by the spanking red-arse tan lines shown at the back of their fat, muscled necks. They could have been extras from The Godfather, the lot of them. Except their Marlon Brando was nowhere to be seen. But that was the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?